All right, hello and welcome everyone to another Why Would You Use? So today we are going to be talking about the Fragor Prime, but realistically, this is a video that's going to be talking about heavy attacks because this is a heavy attack build for the Fragor Prime. And the reason that the Fragor Prime suddenly has this heavy attack build is because of yesterday's patch. So yesterday, they buffed a couple mods. They buffed True Steel and they buffed Sacrificial Steel. Sacrificial Steel was taken from 88% crit chance boosting to 220% crit chance boosting. And when you combine that with Sacrificial Pressure, you get 275% critical chance boost, which is why you can see I have 150% base crit chance. But DE also multiplied this increased crit chance by 2 for heavy attacks, which means that if I heavy attack with this weapon, I have an absolute minimum of 260% critical chance.
I should have let you... What the fuck?
That means I cannot yellow crit. There is only orange and red crits, and it's going to be mostly red crits. You can boost this even further by using the Gladiator mods on a Helios stat stick to set you at a very comfortable 296% crit chance, always constant, never going below that, because you have Corrupt Charge, which is plus 30 initial combo, and the Fragor's passive is plus 30 initial combo, setting us at a minimum combo of 60, which, fun fact, is a 4x multiplier. Heavy attacks are directly multiplied by the multiplier. So, because we can't go below 4x, it means that every single one of our heavy attacks are going to be multiplied by 4 and have 260% crit chance with a 4.6 crit multiplier. On top of that, we have Killing Blow, which is another 120% melee damage for heavy attacks, and it makes our heavy attacks faster, as does Amalgam Organ Shatter. And we have Prime Breach to hit many enemies, and we have Berserker to make our attacks much faster. I only have the one elemental on here, and if you are planning to build this hilarious shit, feel free to take out Berserker if you think you don't need it, or if you want a combined elemental, or whatever. Or you could, there's an argument for taking out Killing Blow too, and keeping Berserker. One of these mods is probably the one to go, though, because you can't remove this, and you can't remove this. These are locked in, and these are locked in. But what does this build do? Well, all it does is spam heavy attacks. But the amount of damage that these heavy attacks do is rather impressive. You will commonly hit for about 500,000 damage on every swing with this setup. And granted, they're heavy attacks. They're slow, and you'll see that here. But it is really fun. And it also works on heavy slams as long as you hit them with the actual hammer bit. And it doesn't do as much damage, but it pretty much all works. It pretty much all works. So yeah. Obviously, a weapon that is as big and slow as this is not really for an Excalibur with, let's say, suboptimal defensive stats. Kind of at any level, because you're going to be taking hits while you wind up your attacks. So, let's show what this does at level 100, but we're going to turn on invincibility. Just pretend I'm playing as Rhino. Which actually, this is weaker than playing as Rhino, but still. Level 100, the damage looks like this. You can see it has some trouble getting through heavy armor. But not that much trouble. And considering that, like, usually if enemies are this level, you're going to have Corrosive Projection equipped, this is actually more difficult than it usually is to kill enemies. And if you headshot with the hammer, the armor ceases to matter as well. So this does a fuck ton of damage. I don't really think there's anything else that needs to be said, is this hits very hard. And if you want to use heavy attacks, this is kind of the weapon to do that with, unless you want to use the Redeemer. But we're going to talk about the Redeemer in a different video. But for now, if you want to hit things very fucking hard, the Fragor Prime's got that. This is great for lich hunting because liches are immune to status and stuff, so status builds don't really work on them. However, hitting them directly in the face for 1,000,000+ damage, that kills liches. Turns out that kills them. Who'da fucking thought? But yeah, that is the Fragor Prime, and that is a heavy attack build that is, at least, it's probably not really like that worth using, but fuck, it's a good time. So yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. I don't know what happened that DE decided that sacrificial pressure or sacrificial steel should say 220% crit doubled for heavy attacks. But that's where we are right now. So yeah.